All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for jumping in. Apologies for jumping in a bit late. Tech glitches. You gotta love them. Anyway, Jeff Ross here, your caffeinated kangaroo, jumping into your screen with my good mate Aaron Byerlee. And for the last month, probably 4 weeks now, we've been on a mission launching Shopley, and it's been an amazing ride. It's something that I was a pretty hard no, at the beginning to, like check it out, then go and put one foot in, and then it's like a light bulb. You're like with a dimmer, right? It's gone from probably being lit up to about two to, turn it right up, and now we're firing away on all cylinders. And I just wanted to jump on. Like we did a bit of an interview there a few weeks back with Aaron, with the launch of it all, and I just wanted to touch base and keep everybody up to date. So thank you very much for those of you who had said yes and going all in with us and coming along for the ride. We really appreciate you. And for those of you who don't know Aaron or don't know what Shopley's all about, like this is your opportunity to, get the information from the horse's mouth, so to speak. And so, Aaron, I'd love you just to quickly just share your story around, how you came about this amazing opportunity and what do you see, for the opportunity itself, like the possibilities inside that for everybody, right? From the newbie through to the seasoned pro and everybody in between.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. It's great to be here again. And it's been awesome to work with you and learn from you as well and see your team grow. So great work on everything you've been doing. And look,
Appreciate you.
if you looked at our interview, 3, 4 weeks ago, it'd probably be funny to look back on some of the stats that we were saying because we've matured and grown so much just over the last 4 weeks. So yeah, we've gone from a whisper campaign to, a pre-sign up and to, now the rubber's really meeting the road now and it's been fun. But look, for me, Shopley, it's been a, maybe close on 8 week journey now, but really it's been a 27-year journey. So, I've been in the direct sales industry in some capacity for 27 years. My first company I joined was about 18 years of age, called Amway. And that was one of the biggest blessings in my life because I didn't have huge success with Amway. And as an 18-year-old networker, I didn't come out of the gate. But through Amway was the avenue that I got given books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, and bought my first business and just became an entrepreneur, really. But it took a real appreciation for the network marketing industry. So back in 1998, whenever it was, with a guy drawing circles on a bit of paper, I got it instantly. Some people kind of get put off by that or confused by that or awkward by that. I just got it. And I guess the biggest thing I understood was the leverage, because to me, it was like, go get a job. What job am I going to go get? I didn't really have much direction with what I wanted to do. I was sporty. So I was working at a football club, go and start a business. Well, how do you do that? Traditional business, very leverage, work hard. So this circles on a bit of paper with lines, I understood the leverage, which, if you did well enough, could really turn into a residual income. So that was my start. But fast forward 27 years, I've made millions of dollars in the industry since, but I kind of got to a point where I left my last company. I was taking some time off. I actually thought to myself, Jeff, I don't know whether I even want to do network marketing anymore. It really was at that point. I've got other businesses and assets and income streams, other directions that we could go in. But I've got a real passion for it because I kind of owe the industry everything. If it wasn't for network marketing, I couldn't have bought property. If I couldn't have bought property, I wouldn't have the assets and the wealth. And so I really do owe network marketing all my dreams, living up here on the Sunshine Coast. So I got to that point, and I'm looking at all these companies out there, Jeff, and we jump on Business for Home, we Google, we Facebook, we talk to industry leaders. I flew to the States, and there's some fantastic products out there. There really is. I'm a consumer of network marketing products, so I think they're great. But trying to imagine myself building something again and going, man, everyone's pitching a health product. Everyone's pitching the protein powder. And even this sexy product over here, whether it's a stem cell product or a weight loss product, it's going to have its time in the sun, and then what? And so the number one priority for me, and there's lots of tick boxes, but the number one priority for me was if I do something again, I need to have a model, or I need to see myself doing it 20, 30 years from now. And so I landed at Shopley. And so perhaps we could break down the different reasons why I came to that conclusion and talk about where we meet people where they're at.
Yeah, let's do that.
They don't have to build a team necessarily, some people, right?
Mm. Yeah, that's it, right? So, let's tackle that for a second, probably unpack what Shopley's actually got, for everybody. It's, if you don't like building teams, cool, Shopley's probably for you. But if you do, Shopley's definitely for you too. So, what do you see? There's three marketplaces that Shopley's sort of really tapping into. How do you see that working, and how do you see the ecosystem working?
Yeah, good question. So, through your journeys of being an entrepreneur, once you go into that realm, you're going to networking events, you're going to all these different events and hanging out with all these different networkers and business owners all the time. And yes, specifically network marketing as well. And so, as I said, I'm looking for an opportunity. I got a call from someone that I really respected. So I think that's number one is in any opportunity, whether you're building an online course, any business, the bigger influence you can have, the bigger respect and likability you have online and also in real life, that's got to be one of the right up there in the top three things that I would advise people to do for their brand in business. And so I got a call from a guy that I respect. So bang, straight away, listen to this guy. He started giving me a pitch and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. It's different. It's fresh. Started talking about Terry LaCour. Okay, I know Terry. He's a billionaire. So this thing's going to be finance. Okay, you have my attention. We've got Nick Saracola. We've got Ron Williams. We've got Rod Larson. Okay, I actually know all of those names. They're probably as good as they get to run a company, tick the box. And so for me, I jumped on a plane, went to Dallas. I was probably 50-50. This could be the one. And I sat in a room when Nick Saracola started talking about how many verticals there were in terms of earning income.
Mm.
And talking about, the direct bonuses and all the usual stuff. And then he started talking about this thing called a vendor bonus or a marketplace bonus. And so the whole concept of Shopley, I guess, is think about Amazon, think about TikTok marketplace, think about eBay, think about Amway or having a baby. That's kind of where Shopley comes into. Never been done before in the direct sales space. A couple of companies tried, didn't quite have the tech, didn't quite have the funding. So that was really big for me, was the team behind it and the funding behind it. But Nick started talking about bringing product to the marketplace. And so I've got behind companies where I believe in the products, but I've also gone, man, I would love to market that product and that product and that product, and this would be an X Factor product. And the company owners listen, but they never really bring that product. They bring whatever product they want to bring to the market. And so I could imagine myself bringing the products that I wanted to Shopley. And Nick started to talk about the 3% residual override for every product that you brought to Shopley. So I started to think to myself, Jeff, even if I didn't build a team, if I could bring on 120 products over the next 3 years and they're all doing 10K a month, I'm going to make 36,000 US dollars per month. And I haven't even built a team. I haven't done any network marketing. I haven't recruited anyone, pitched anyone, done a cold call. And I've got so many entrepreneurial friends, getting back to my entrepreneurial journey, who have, greens product, massage, like everyone's got a business and a product.
Yeah.
And I've never been able to bring them into network marketing before because it's just not their focus. It's just not their jive. It's just not their personality. And, some people are a bit too cool for school to do network marketing. I'm a big entrepreneur, right? But guess what? Now they all want to come onto Shopley because they see the potential as a vendor to get their product out into a brand new marketplace. For me to refer them on to get the 3% of all their sales all around the world, whether it's my team or not, is just the whole. I mean, imagine introducing products to Amazon, just going, here's a product, 350 million products on Amazon, and you're getting a 3% of whatever you invite. So that was my light bulb. That was my spark for me because I knew that I'd enjoy doing that. I have the contacts to do that. But also secondarily, just thinking as a network marketer, I can bring on now these entrepreneurial people that'll want to do the same thing and earn the 3%. They're still not doing network marketing, but my volume is growing in a compensation plan that they don't know anything about. So I'm double dipping. So that was my light bulb moment. Then, of course, you can be an affiliate and an influencer here as well. And this guy still don't want to build a team. I'm not even going to bring on product, but the product that is on Shopley, I'm just going to go market it the same way I've been doing for the last 5 years on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. And I'm going to make $100 here and I'm going to keep 100% of it. And I'm going to make $300. I'm going to make $1,000. I'm going to make $600. So now not only are those guys happy, but guess what? I can actually recruit influencers, affiliates, and these entrepreneurs that I could never bring into network marketing before. Then, of course, the network marketers and the team builders, we just do what we do and we go
Yeah.
build a team. So there are a lot of verticals to earn, but it also taps into the people that don't want to build this team or do network marketing, which oblivious that I was, like, why wouldn't you want to build a team? But there's so many people that just don't. So it's not about me and it's not about you. It's about meeting the market where it's at and the trends where they're at. And it's amazing. It's quite refreshing.
Yeah, well, there's two things there, right? The marketplace has shifted. Like, we can't deny that. Like big MLM companies like Roden and Fields, all of that sort of thing, they're pretty public now. Last count that I know of, there's at least 6 in the last 6 weeks that have shifted from an MLM model to an affiliate model. Well, this sort of solves that problem a bit, doesn't it?
Exactly. And so in my investigations leading up to this, which was probably about 9 months in total, I started to see some company owners being really smart with this shift and tapping into it. And they're going, okay. And so what they did was they changed their front end model from like a 10, 15, 20% direct bonus to really creating a hybrid affiliate model with their products. And I thought, man, that's smart, because now you're tapping in to the mums, the younger people on TikTok and Instagram that, again, don't necessarily want to do a team. They just want to go and make 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a week, put their phone down, go pick up the kids from school, go to the beach, go to the shopping center. So I love that concept. And I started to chat to these guys and talk about it and ask them about their products and look at their comp plan. And it was interesting. But then I just couldn't help but think, man, like, you've got 8 products. So there's 8 products in a very small niche. Yes, you've got an affiliate at the front end for more money, but it's still
very limited.
Yeah, it's still 60, 70, $80.
Yeah.
So that's good and everything. I look at Shoply and go, well, there's products on here where I can make $600 in as affiliate, $1,000 in affiliate. I can market thousands of products, and I can also recruit these guys to come in. So I just feel like it's going to be really hard to compete with. The really forward thinking, and I'm not saying every other network marketing company is dead. I'm just saying from where I was at as a 27-year-old, like, I'll call myself a veteran now, almost burnt out. I just couldn't see myself pitching the same story, pushing that boulder up a hill by myself. I'm more about a refreshing story, letting the story do the work. I don't necessarily want to have to convince and sell and drag people over the line with my product. I want it to be a refreshing story, let them make the decision. And I thought this was a very unique story in the marketplace that was going to make it because of who was behind it and the unique way that it can be brought in. And so, yeah, 8 weeks in, it's running, it's going well. We're just about to get to that next 2.0 stage.
Yeah, well, look, I could totally relate to that whole sort of that drag with the like MLM burnout almost. Like, for me, it's only 3 years, but I've been doing it for with the travel club I'm a part of. But it's been a hard slog, right? It's but it's also been very limiting, just being in sort of one product vertical. And I've got to say, it's refreshing. After COVID, I lost my business with the digital marketing agency because I niched down in the health industry. And I always said that I'd come out of that looking for multiple streams of income to diversify. And, this is one opportunity that we can have, like an umbrella name with Shoply, tap into a personal brand, build a personal influence, and go for gold, right? So one of the questions that's been fired at me left, right, and center, I'd love to hear your take on this, is what makes us unique to Amazon? What makes us unique to Shopify and TikTok shops and all of that sort of thing? What is our unique selling point in that space?
Yeah, I think we've got a huge unique selling point, but the one point I make before that is, we're not trying to make these guys obsolete. We're not saying, hey, we're the new giant in town, Amazon's about to be expired. We're not like the Netflix that's going to put Blockbuster out of business. We are another platform and another avenue for marketers and vendors that they really aren't going to be able to ignore. I think you'd be crazy not to be on there for everything that we bring to the table. But yeah, what's our unique selling point? I mean, if you look at what Amazon brings to the table in today's world, very different to how they started, but you're kind of crazy if you have a product out there, you've got your own website, you've got your own Facebook ads, you're selling it, but the traffic's just on Amazon. Like, the traffic is there. You may as well put your product up on there, see if you can get some extra sales, right? But Amazon aren't going to pay you for introducing other people's products. They're not going to pay you for that. And so you can't build a team on Amazon. And say, okay, I'll do a bit of Amazon, and then I'm going to go over here and do some network marketing. Well, network marketing is not going to pay you for bringing on product. They're going to have one niche. And so if you really put together everything that Shoply offers, I think our biggest unique selling point is no one's doing it, right? So we don't have any competition of a platform that does every single vertical that Shoply does. And as a vendor, you know, when I go and talk to those guys, I've just found it one of the most easiest conversations on the planet, because I'm saying to them, look, I'm not here to promise you $1 million month the first month you come on to Shoply. I'm not going to hype this thing up. What I'm saying is, would you like to have an influencer or an affiliate program in your business? Yes, of course. Why haven't you done that yet? We don't know how to. We haven't got the resources. We haven't got time. We haven't made it a priority. Or one or two of them have said, hey, we're right on top of this, but we just went and got a quote for our affiliate software, you know, trust account, hold funds, pay it out, track it all, 25 grand. And that's just the starting point. And you guys are offering me Shoply for 1,500 once off payment. Okay, let's give this a go. And even if I make a few more sales, why not? But I've also broken down certain vendors where I'm saying, hey, your products would actually work on a monthly basis for the guys. Like, my guys are in the health and fitness. You're in the health and fitness category. Let's break down these numbers for you. So we go, okay, your product costs this much to make. We're going to sell it for that much on Shoply. You're offering this much to the affiliate, 15% fee, whatever it is. We break down, here's your end net profit per package. That's not bad. It's a good profit margin, but then what if you had 100 people buying them every single month? What if you had 1,000 people buying them every single month? I've already got a team here ready to promote your product and purchase your product. And so we crunched the numbers on a first month. And I sat down and did this with the guy just recently. He said, man, you know what? I can live off of that money, but if we're going to scale it to where we want to scale, I can actually stop doing all of my Facebook ads, all of my other funnels, all my other affiliates, and I'll just
there you go.
Now my costs are like $10,000 a month less, and I've just tripled my income, and my stress levels and lifestyle have gone up. And so if you really break it down with the vendor, I haven't seen it not be, and I don't think it would work with every single service or product, but so far I haven't sat down with anyone where it hasn't been a no-brainer. So refreshing, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that. That's definitely got my brain twirling, and now I can go, pitch this at a different angle. But also, look, the other conversation to have just before we wrap up is, like the nature of the MLM world shifting. Like e-commerce is like there's ripe for the taking for a solution like this. But as a digital marketer, first and foremost, right? Like, I personally managed over $3 million in Facebook ads, convert that into probably $15 million worth of revenue for our clients and whatnot previously. I know myself how competitive Facebook ads are right now. And as a coach, like in the coaching world, I wouldn't recommend anybody touch Facebook ads unless they've got a serious budget to play with. So, like, the marketplace on social media is shifting as well. How do you see the future of influencer marketing tapping into that gap, that challenge, right? There's a gap there, because like, unless you've got serious coin to go on Facebook ads, unless you're doing, offline marketing with billboards and that sort of thing, there is a gap there for the everyday sort of, mum and pop vendor, the smaller guy. How do you see influencer marketing, fix that sort of gap and being a solution for that?
Yeah, and I think vendors know this now. The majority of them, they know it. They just don't really know how to tap into it. So speaking from the vendor point of view, firstly, is they're saying, like I said before, no time, no priority, no money. So, and then some vendors have said, hey, we've reached out to this website that has influencers. We've had mixed results. On the influencer side of things, they've had companies come to them and say, hey, we'll pay you $1,000 every time you do a TikTok video with our product. And then at the end of the month, they're sending them an invoice for $15,000 because they did 15 posts, and the company's saying, well, we didn't really notice an increase in sales, so I don't think we should pay you. And we're like, well, we literally have a contract per TikTok, not per sale. And so some of the influencers aren't getting paid. Some of the vendors aren't seeing the traction. So the power of it is there. I mean, we see these YouTubers making millions. We see a lot of influencers and doing really well. So I think the key is to find the right influencer with the right vendor. So what's your actual audience? And so you're not going to need to do like, inverted beds that cost $7,000 for people with sore backs to an 18-year-old TikToker, because that might not be their audience yet. But if you have a 50-year-old that has a huge following on anti-aging on TikTok, then that's probably more your influencer. So I think it's about finding the right platform with the right person, with the right following, with the right vendor. But it's such a cost-effective way for a vendor to reach qualified people, kind of like what Facebook ads is doing for us, but at a fraction of the price. This is Facebook ads in 2003, right?
2009, yeah.
Yeah, 2009, whenever it came through. And I also see in 5 years' time, every vendor having some kind of affiliate program with influencers and their own affiliate program. Where we are right now with the gold rush is, are they going to say, yeah, I joined up with Shopley with Jeff 5 years ago, or are they going to do that with you? Because if you try to go into a restaurant right now and sign them up to Uber Eats, I can guarantee you that 99.999% of the restaurants signed up with Uber Eats like 10 years ago. And so that's where we're at in the gold rush right now. I'm going to be working in the trenches big time, probably like I never have in a decade, of really getting in the trenches, like walking into businesses on the Sunshine Coast Plaza and saying, man, I love these suits. Like, I always buy your suits. I don't wear any other suits. You guys should have an influencer affiliate program. I haven't thought of that. No idea how to do it. Hey, let me do all the work for you in the heavy lifting. This is how we operate. Like, I can literally walk into shops with business cards and a pitch, and I just don't know who's saying no.
Yeah.
And of course, you can leverage that. I can sit there with a script on an email, pump it out, social media, pump it out. I can train 3 people to go and do it and get this. Like, it's just endless, because we had a matching bonus on the 3%. So that's going into detail, but we can leverage it all. But I feel like I don't want to miss out on these really high quality products that I know my team and consumers would just buy every single month without an opportunity attached to it. High margin products. Like, I want to tap into the gold while the gold is on the surface.
Yeah, let's go. Like, imagine Amazon, every product in Amazon, I hear Nick say this all the time, that every product had a finder, and that finder was responsible for putting that product on a platform and getting 3%, overriding bonuses on that. That's pretty cool. Sign me up. For us team builders, this is something refreshing. And like I've been a full-time network marketer now for 3 years, and everybody who's ever said no to me with any other opportunity that I've ever been with, they're all saying yes to this. And like, I feel like like personally, I've gone through my apprenticeship now and stepping into mastery level, because, even the big players are saying yes to this. That's pretty cool. Sign me up. And as a personal branding coach and teaching people social selling and AI mastery, that's the main reason I got onto this. Like, I was one of those people who got quoted $30,000 to develop an in-house affiliate program. Like, $1,500, that's a no-brainer. Not only that, like, I know what it's like to manage my own affiliate program. I've only got probably 50 affiliates right now. And the infrastructure behind the scenes is clunky, and it's a headache having to deal with all of the payout questions. That's my link, that's your link, all of that sort of thing. I can hand that over to Shopley and basically pass the buck, if you will. And it's like, nah, that's not my responsibility, because Shopley looks after that for me. But that's beautiful. Like, another less headache for me. So I really do feel like this has got something for everybody. And if you're watching this and, one of your people have invited you to come along to check this out, please reach back out to them and say thank you. Like, say thank you for, bringing this to your attention at, at this early stage. Because as Aaron said, we're at the very tip of a gold rush. And like, Shopley is going to become a world-renowned brand like Amazon in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And it's up to us to go make that happen. But I feel like we've got all the right players, all the right pieces, to be able to tick the boxes to go and make this happen. And it's such a pleasure to partner up with you, Aaron, to lock arms and, go build this in a big way. And I'm so grateful that I didn't say no. I'm so grateful that I came around. Thank you, Kevin, for being persistent and relentless in your follow-up. And, because could you imagine, if I'd said no? Like,
well, imagine the people that have, and they could be the Jeffrey. Like, there's a sliding doors moment in a lot of ways, isn't it? Where you don't know what you don't know. But I remember we're having a quick conversation with you, and it was like, And then I was like, Jeff, you actually looked at this? And you're like, yeah, I might come in as a vendor. And then I reckon it was like less than 24 hours. You're like, I actually looked at this and now I get it. And I have 10 people ready to go. Like, and that's how I felt the conversation was with a lot of people, is because everyone's being pitched, everything's been done to death.
Yeah.
And there's a few moving parts to this. And so it's like, I don't know whether I get it straight away. But once the light bulb went off for people, it went off in a way that I've never seen. It wasn't like, actually, I think I'll join. It was like, holy crap, now I get this. And Travis just had an example of a guy do this the other day. So he had a big networker who said Shockley was what was the word he used? Like, just wasn't going to work basically. And had he looked at it? No, he hadn't looked at it properly. He just, seen it on the forefront. And then this week he's called him again and go, okay, tell me more about this Shockley thing. So he jumped on a Zoom with Travis and he called back and go, I'm in. I've just done Influencer Pro. My dad just did Influencer Pro, and I've got 10 people that are just signing up. So I think people do need to just take the time to just drop their ego at the door, have an open mind, go and look at the whole thing. Like, go to the gym for an hour and chuck on a Zoom. The next car drive, and if it's not for you, cool. But give it the chance, because, the penny does drop.
Yeah. And look, the reason I was such a no to start with is because I'm so busy. And like, we're all busy, right? And we've all got 24 hours in the day. It's what we prioritize and put our attention into. But, like the reality is, I've started an online church. I've got my coaching business. I'm one of the top global recruiters for a travel club. The list goes on. I've got kids, yada, yada, yada.
There's a full-time job.
And the full-time job. Like, so looking at this, for me, it was, how can this help support everything else that I'm doing? How can this help support my coaching business? How can this support, my community more than first and foremost? And just one final question, Aaron, before we go, and I think it's an important one. I'm on a mission to help, frustrated affiliate network marketers make their first $10,000 a month online so they can set themselves up to be the fun vacation mum or dad, fueled by dad jokes, of course, so they can go and make memories with their family.
Absolutely.
So, like, I could see, like, this is a no-brainer for those who have got an entrepreneurial spirit and a bit of a seasoned pro in the game. But how do you feel that this works for the person who's just getting started? Like the early newbie person, like who's on level 1, level 0. How do you see this working for them?
Well, I think because the conversation is so refreshing, they've got every chance, firstly. And I could give you like 3 or 4 examples of that happening already. Actually, there's one lady in the US who's an Amazon, she's a big Amazon seller. She coaches Amazon, and she's done a bit of network marketing for a huge following. And she doesn't know who her sponsor is in this. So,
Wow.
I don't even know the guy's name. I saw someone post something on Facebook. It looked really, really interesting. It was like a great post. And so this newbie had copy and pasted my Facebook post. So he just copied it, posted it. This big player in the US saw the post and went, that can't be right. Clicked on it, looked at it, watched the presentation, as when, my God, I've got to join that. Clicked the link, signed up, and she's now got this huge team that's been building. Wow. And she can't remember the name of her sponsor because it's so. I feel like sometimes timing outweighs talent. It strips it off, and the timing right now with what we have can sometimes help that newbie to go and earn their first $1,000, their first 10, versus another great opportunity with product and coaching, but the timing and the story is not quite there. So it's that harder build that we were talking about. And so what I would say to a new person would be to really tap into the mentorship, the coaching, and the systems that we've created. And they've got every chance of having huge success here because, we've got funnels that they can tap into, copy, paste link, send it to someone. Let the funnel do the work for them. Let AI do the work for them. Let the videos do the work for them. And that's one thing that we've always done really well, is look after the newbies with some mentoring. Yes, it's going to be up to them, matching energy with energy. But if you're coachable, doesn't have to be 100 hours a week or 40 hours a week. But if you've got 10 hours a week and you really listen to the coaches and put this into practice, boy, can you kick in some really nice part-time income, perhaps turn it into full-time income. And who knows, it might be an amazing story for you.
Yeah, no, we've all got to do our apprenticeship, right? And the big thing I love about this for the new person is the world-class training and support that we have.
Mm.
Like just alone with myself, Aaron, Travis, Amanda McCloy, and quite a few other leaders in our team, like just in our personal team, we've got some world-class trainers. And then you look at what Shopley's offering from a corporate level, $10,000 worth of coaching and training there for the Influencer Pro. Like, that's pretty awesome. Like, so you've got every reason to succeed with this. It's fresh, it's new, it's exciting, and you've got the support and mentoring to go with that. And yeah, let's rock and roll. So, Aaron, thank you very much for having an update interview. I'm fired up for this now. Like it's gone from a 0 to a 20. It's gone past the 10. Let's go. And I'm really excited for the end of this month. The big thing I'm really excited for is the success stories that are going to come out. September, October, and I already know just in my personal team already. I've got one guy who's absolutely crushing it with this. He's struggled with everything else that he's done for the last 3-4 years. Mm-hmm. And now he's come on, he's put 4 influencers on, they're starting to duplicate, he's starting to create his own little team within that. And he reached out to me yesterday, he said, Jeff, I'm going for Mac 1. And I said, that's cool, that's an ambitious goal, let's go. And I just love that he's fired up and he can see the potential in this, and he's going for Mac 1 by the end of September. Will he hit it? I don't know. He's got every opportunity to do it, right? But it's definitely like it's allowing people to set their goals high, like aim for the moon. If they miss, they land amongst the stars, and you got every reason to go out there and succeed with this. And yeah, let's go. So, final words of wisdom before we wrap up, Aaron. For those of us who are listening and that's sitting on the fence still, they're not in. What would you say to that person?
Yeah, I would just say keep an open mind and check it all out from top to bottom, and then come and ask some questions, because I think this can fit in wherever you're at. Very small hours, very long hours, just do vendor, just do affiliate, build a team, wherever you want to fit in. We also have a matrix that pays $500 a month whether you enroll anyone or not. So I think it can fit in there for everybody. The maths makes sense. And look, we're in this for a marathon. We're in this for the long term. You've got a billionaire funding this. This is not going anywhere. Yes, there'll be tweaks and turns and edits for sure, like any business. But that's what I would say. This is here for a long time. September's an exciting month, so I would get on board as quick as you can. But also too, October's going to be more exciting than September. November's going to be better. All the products that we're going to see. And so this just gets better and better and better and better. Of course, there's a first mover advantage, particularly the way the matrix is set up. But I would say to people, check it out from top to bottom. We're here for the long term. This is going to be a big story. See if you can find yourself parking somewhere, even if it's just a vendor, because, if Amazon came to you and said everything that Amazon is today, but not just allow you to put the product on there, we're also going to pay you 3% to invite the other products on there. There's 350 million products on Amazon. Amazon own 12 million of them. The rest are all other people that have brought them on there. Imagine if you had just a small percentage because you referred them on there. And Amazon is where it's today. That's where we're going. And so I would hedge some bets on that one and get on board the train for sure.
Yeah, just in that one vertical alone, like that's pretty lucrative and pretty awesome. There you go.
The one thing I did say, Jeff, to someone the other day, I think I might have put it up on my post, is pixelate your neighbor before Jeff does. And what I mean by that is, if we have a product on Shoply that you think people might like a weight loss product that's working really, really well, a multivitamin or a greens product, a protein powder, whatever it is, once you invite a customer to come on and purchase that product, they are pixelated to your account forever. So then they come back on 6 months later and they buy the massage chair, you're getting commissions for that. So those customers, once it becomes a household name and they're just buying their toilet paper, dishwashing detergent and getting food delivered, that one customer is pixelated to you forever.
Yeah.
And at some point in time, your neighbor will shop on Shoply. You might as well go tell them about it. So the time is now for sure.
Yeah, no, we're rolling this out in phases. So right now it's all about getting the influencers on. Then the next thing is going to be about getting extra vendors on. And then, yeah, we're going to be after, shoppers and customers to really rock and roll with this. So early adopters always win. It's those pioneers that, start and stick it out and go through the twists and turns and make it happen. I know every veteran in the network marketing industry, especially that I've ever spoken to, like yourself, the Martin Ruoffs, the Johnny Winburys, the Mark Smiths, all of them have one thing in common. they all started with something at the very beginning and they stuck it out to see it through. So like us, this is the new generation coming through, right? And I'm so honored to be part of that. And yeah, really looking forward to locking arms with those who have said yes and will continue to say yes with us. And yeah, let's go do this in a big way.
Spot on, Jeff. Great to be here with you again today. We'll maybe circle back again in another 4 weeks and do another update, hey?
Love it. Let's keep it going. All right, mate. Thank you very much for your
Everyone.
time. I know that you got to get ready to go to Bali on Monday, so I'll let you go.
Thanks, buddy. Talk soon.
Cheers.